Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever wondered what's really going on inside a modern factory? I mean, with all the robots and automation, how does it all work together? Well, it's kind of like a complex digital dance. And in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the three core technologies that run the whole show. So seriously, how do these incredible places actually stay in sync? You might imagine there's just one giant supercomputer running everything, but the truth is a whole lot more interesting. It's not about one singular system, it's about a team of specialized brains all working together. And yeah, 3 is the magic number here. The key to understanding the digital backbone of pretty much any modern factory comes down to understanding 3 distinct but deeply interconnected systems. Each one has a very specific job to do, and you absolutely can't replace one with another. So let's meet our 3 main characters. You've probably heard these acronyms thrown around before: ERP, SCADA, and MES. We're going to break down exactly what each one does, and we'll start with some really simple definitions. All right, first up, we've got ERP. Think of this one as the high-level planning brain. It's sitting in the corner office, looking at the big picture, the overall business strategy, the money, the long-term goals. Then, way down at the other end of the spectrum, you have SCADA. This is the hands-on automation brain. It lives right there on the factory floor, and it's talking directly to the machines, the sensors, the motors, the real hardware. And smack dab in the middle, connecting those two very different worlds, is the MES. This is the absolutely critical execution brain. Its whole job is to take the big plans and turn them into action, right here, right now. Now, to really get how this all fits together, let's first just look at the two extremes, the top-level business planning and the ground-level machine control, because honestly, they operate in completely different worlds. So your ERP system, think SAP or Oracle, it's all about business logic. It's handling customer orders, tracking inventory, managing the supply chain, dealing with the finances. But here's the kicker. Look at its time scale. ERP thinks in hours, days, sometimes even weeks. It has absolutely no idea what a specific machine is doing this very second. Okay, now let's jump all the way down to the shop floor with SCADA. This system is literally plugged into the hardware, the controllers, the robots, the sensors. It's watching temperatures and pressures, and it operates in milliseconds. It is incredibly fast, but it only knows about machines. It has no concept of a product or a customer order. When you put them side by side like this, you can see the massive gap, right? ERP is focused on the business, and it's slow, working over days. SCADA is focused on the machines, and it's lightning fast, working in milliseconds. One knows what to make, the other knows how to turn a motor on. So how on earth do you connect the two? And that is exactly where our third system comes into play. The MES, the Manufacturing Execution System, is the essential bridge that spans that huge gap between the high-level business plan and the low-level world of machine automation. So here's its most important job. MES is the brain that makes decisions in the moment. It takes that grand plan from the ERP and instantly translates it into real, tangible actions on the factory floor, using the people and machines that are available right now. This really says it all. The MES is the translator. It takes the what and when from the ERP and turns it into the how for the shop floor. It's the system that knows which specific product is on which machine, what quality checks need to happen, and it tracks the exact location of every single item. Okay, so now that we've met all 3 players, let's see how they all stack up. When they're working together the right way, they form this beautiful, cohesive digital pyramid. It allows information to flow seamlessly from the executive suite all the way down to the shop floor, and then, crucially, back up again. And that flow of information is just this perfect cascade of command. It starts at the very top. The ERP sends down the overall production plan. The MES gets it, breaks it down into detailed steps, and orchestrates all the work. It then tells SCADA what needs to happen, and SCADA directly controls the actual machines to get the job done. Look, theory is great and all, but let's make this real. Let's actually follow a single customer order as it travels through this entire digital ecosystem. This is where you really see the power of having a synchronized system. So, picture this.
Your order comes in and hits the ERP system. ERP checks the inventory, schedules a production order, and sends that down to the MES. The MES then creates super detailed digital work instructions for the people and the machines. SCADA executes the specific machine cycles. Turn this on, move that here. And here's the critical part. The MES collects real-time data, like quality results and how long things took, and sends that progress report back up to ERP. The loop is closed.
So as we start to wrap this up, it should be totally clear why a factory needs all three of these specialized brains. No single system can possibly do it all. You absolutely need one to plan, one to execute, and one to control. And honestly, this right here is the key takeaway. If you remember one thing from all this, make it this table. ERP plans the business. MES executes production. And SCADA controls the machines. Plan, execute, control. That is the fundamental mantra of the modern digital factory. And that brings us to a final thought. Now that you understand the roles of these three critical systems, it kind of poses a bigger question, right? Not just for factories, but for how we think about any complex system. How well are the planning, execution, and control layers really talking to each other? Just how synchronized is the world around you? Thanks for watching.